What's up, Rockers fans? Back here for another episode of 66 Places. We're hanging out in the stands down here at Truist Point. Brendan Howe, Jamie Keefe. Jamie, another win for you last night. Moved to 6-1, the best start in franchise history. How much fun are you having right now?
It's nice while they last. It can change it. Change at the drop of a hat, as we know. But guys are playing good baseball. That's all we can ask for.
Let's address something first. James Marble got signed by the Texas Rangers yesterday. He's the 26th member of the Rockers ever to have a major league contract, or a contract picked up by a major league team. How excited are you for him? For one, he made one appearance here this season, moving on to AAA Round Rock. How excited are the guys and you for him?
It definitely brings excitement to the guys. There's no doubt about that. For us, this is why we do this. Obviously, people don't understand independent baseball. we are paid to put a team on a field and win baseball games. But when things like this happen, it's special for the team, special for the organization, and special for the city. This is a great situation, and James wanted to come here. We talked early in January, and it was a great conversation. And after having a long conversation with him and realizing this guy's had a pretty good body of work. With 8 starts in the big leagues, I think he's 0-3 in the big leagues. But he's got 8 starts in the big leagues. But what people don't realize is that since 2017, he's led minor league baseball in innings pitched, and that's a pretty impressive body of work. And I know with organizations that have a guy like this that's as healthy as he is, it's a no-brainer to give him an opportunity. So our hats off to him. We're super excited. And before you know it, he goes out and puts some numbers up. You can see him on TV here pretty soon, hopefully in Texas.
And that's the hope for all of these guys, right? And his parents were in town yesterday. He was scheduled to make a start today, actually, before getting his contract selected. And his parents, they were around the ballpark yesterday. They couldn't say enough about the program here with the Rockers and just how happy James was here. And that starts with you down in the clubhouse. The tone that you guys set, the coaches, yourself, and the rest of the guys. And it's become a great atmosphere to over 7 games to go 6-1 and starting out the way that you guys have. Let's talk about another guy that's really sort of set the tone on the bump. Ben Bramer last night, another excellent start, 6 shutout innings. He allowed 4 hits, but he struck out 9 and didn't walk anybody. He commanded the strike zone well. That's what you said he had to do yesterday. You must have had to enjoy what you see from Ben.
He's as fun as there can be to watch. He works fast. Very rarely does he get out of rhythm. I think in 2 games we've seen 2 hitters that he's got out of rhythm. Still didn't walk him, but that's just who he is. He's able to attack with all 3 pitches. Has a ton of confidence and works fast. Keeps his defense active behind him. And I'm hoping a couple, 3 more starts that he's going to get an opportunity somewhere. That's just the that's when you look at the league and look at the setup and look who how many. I think 2 days ago there were 13 or 14 arms that went down to the big leagues. That's a lot of arms, and it's tough to replace. So they've got to come from somewhere, and no better place than the Atlantic League to have some seasoned vets that are out here. Each of these clubs has 6, 8, 10, 12 big leaguers on it, and guys that have been around. And Ben's one of those guys, and he's looking for a job. So hopefully we can get him that opportunity.
Let's talk about another Ben that's on the roster, Ben Aklinski last night.
Not bad.
Yeah, to say the least. In 5-for-5 performance last night. 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 13 total bases. That ties a club record. He was everywhere last night, from defense and right field to at the plate especially. He's a guy that's been a leader on this team. He's in the meat of the lineup this year, as you've said before. For a guy like him to really break through like that, that must be special for him.
It is, and Benny at times. If you meet Ben, you don't even think he lacks confidence, but he's not a super confident guy. And it's tough when things aren't going great in this game. You can get down on yourself, but there's a difference in getting down on yourself and not having confidence. And I think he's got enough confidence inside that it drives him to be here every day, and he's going to outwork everybody. And he has the special ability to rise to the occasion that a lot of people don't have. When the game's on the line, he's kind of the guy you want up. That's the guy, and pretty good night, 5-for-5 with, like you said, the 13 total bases. And he's been waiting to break out. He had a really good spring for us, and now we're a weekend, and I think he's starting to get comfortable. It's also a different look for Ben. He's either hit at the top of the lineup or the bottom of the lineup. And right now he's right in the middle of the order, and you're hitting line Z. So, between Nogowski, Xander, and Ben, that's pretty tough. And he's got some pretty good protection behind him, and Bo and Yo, and some guys that can swing it behind him as well. But he's taking on a brunt in that 5-hole. You're taking on kind of a big situation with the big boys in front of you, and Benny can handle it. don't think it's necessarily where he wants to be, but I think that that's where he's going to be best, and I think that's where he's probably going to put the best numbers up for himself. And at the end of the day, you want him to get that opportunity to put the best numbers up he can so he can get out of here.
I wanted to address a couple of guys in front of him in the lineup from last night. John Nagowski, Xander Wheel, they go back-to-back. Xander gets his first home run of the season. He's been waiting on that for a little while now. A guy who set a club record with 32 last year, getting his first. Nagowski's homered in 2 straight games. He's got a 4-game RBI stretch going. How good is it to have those guys in the meat of the lineup, sandwiched in between Ben and Shed and Michael at the top?
Yeah, this lineup through and through. I mean, pretty sure the 9-hole hitter had a pretty good night last night as well.
TJ certainly did.
This is the way it's going right now. Hitting's contagious. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to be in the lineup, and different guys are in there each and every night and hitting in different spots. And right now, things are going great. Like I said, you can snap your fingers, and things can change. And when you lose players to organizations, that changes things up. And Shed got hit late in the game. We don't know how bad his foot is. We'll know a little bit more today. He's going to get the day off, but he's been the catalyst. I mean, he's carried this club offensively since day one, and not having him in there changed the lineup a little bit. So. I'm not worried about it. Nobody's worried about it. Somebody else is getting a chance. Pereira will get in there today, and who knows? Maybe he has 3 RBIs. I mean, that's the way the game is, and when it's going well, things can really go well for everybody, and hopefully we can keep that going.
It's a snowball effect, and it looks like you're ready to take a couple hacks with that.
Yeah, I
got about 5 of the last 6 pregame shows.
Yeah, she goes everywhere with me. This is our baby when we're walking around the ballpark. This is usually what's in her hand, and we all have our things. Frank's got a really good mustache, and I just have a fun guy. Right now, like you said, things are going pretty good for us, and we're playing good baseball, and it's a lot of fun to be here. A lot of fun to be at the ballpark, and at times the 10-day homestand to start the season can be rough, but it's beautiful when you're playing well.
It certainly is. It's been a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun for you folks to get out here. So 6:35 first pitch today. Hope to see you here at Truist Point for Game 2 of the series. Looking for 5 in a row tonight.